Hello, everybody, and after what seems like forever, welcome back to Rhódania Chronicles on QuestJunkies. Say hi, guys.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Oh, it is so good to be back at this table with these fabulous faces. Oh, mwah, 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 mwah. So good to see you all, and everyone in the chat as well. It is so good to see you. Hope you've all recovered after the very, very warm stream that we had last night in fabulous Las Vegas, but we'll talk about that later on, I'm sure. Tonight is a night for the Rhódania Chronicles, so let me get my introductions out of the way and then we can get to meeting these fabulous faces. So, first things first. Please go ahead and use this link in the chat right here to support our friends QuestJunkiesUK, as they are now affiliates of the fantastic Syrinscape, which apparently is not playing at the minute because this is something that my computer likes to do. I will fix this momentarily while I try and talk about Syrinscape.
There's the music.
There you go, thank you. So when Windows actually lets you use Syrinscape, you can access over 1,000 different ambiances, sound effects, incredible stuff. You name it, they've got it. All at your fingertips, like this.
Yay!
There we go, you see. So, go ahead and use that link, get a free trial of Syrinscape, and you can access all the plethora of different things that they have. We used it to great success, I suppose, last night, and in all of our other streams. And yes, that link does support our friends over at QuestJunkiesUK, the channel that does incredible D&D and that made QuestJunkies possible, and they've just finished a 2-week charity drive, which Nat 20, John's poor voice, he's very, very ill now after that 2 weeks of charity fundraising, so let's have some love in the chat for our friend QuestJunkiesUK. I'm going to give him a shout out because he's my best friend. Let me do this. Shout out QuestJunkiesUK. There we go. Best D&D on Twitch, guaranteed. So, from there, we go from one goat to another goat. The goat of art, character art. The magnificent Avivor, who has done all the character art for QuestJunkies. Look at like these fabulous things. I had my hair cut so I don't have the floof anymore, but look at the floof will live eternally in my character art, as you can see on the screen. Aviv is a fantastic artist who has worked with all the big names in the TTRPG business, and also QuestJunkies, because she's a friend of the channel, and she's incredible. And we look forward to the next project with her, whenever that will be. Maybe we'll find out soon, who knows? I don't even know, so I'm excited. We also would like to formally invite you to join our Discord if you haven't already. Our community Discord is where you can be amongst the first to listen to our babbling memes that we send at each other, but also see all the latest announcements and exciting updates before anyone else. There is one exception to this, as tonight, at the very top of our mid-session intermission, we'll be playing a little trailer for you for a QuestJunkies project scheduled to take place in 2024. Now, I know that seems like forever away, but once you've seen the trailer, you'll understand. It's going to be a big thing, and all being well, it'll be even bigger. So,
You also have a million other projects to get through this year as well.
I do, but you know, I'm just a big old dirty tease, aren't I? That's just what I am.
He's a slut for content.
I am. If you can't stay for the whole stream, but don't worry, because the teaser will go live on the YouTube after it's played on the intermission, and it will go in the Discord immediately afterwards as well. So everyone will get a chance to see it, but you will get to see it on this stream tonight before anyone else. So do keep an eye out for that. We would also like to point you to questjunkies.co.uk, our official merchandise store, where you can get some sexy designs like these that you see on screen here, as well as so many more. And we also have some rather sexy new merchandise coming from our Bad and the Beautiful session from last night, which there may be more coming of. Well, you'll just have to watch this space. I don't know why my voice suddenly got so low and, I don't know, sensual, I suppose. It's like I'm going to do a Marks and Spencer's advert, yes. This is not just ordinary tabletop role-playing game. This is Quest Junkies. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. There's merchandise on that store. Please go and buy it. It will support the channel, and you'll also get some really comfy, like, stuff to wear, and it's really cool. So, yeah, it's really cool, you guys. What is also really cool, or should I say, not cool, is not having enough dice. Like, we understand that, you know, like, in the UK in particular, there is currently a cost of living crisis. People can't afford to eat. But you need to prioritize. Number one on your list should be buying more dice, because look, you really think that all of these, does that sound like enough dice to you? I don't think so. So, if you head over to our friends at Tabletop Dominion with this link and use the code QuestJunkiesUK at checkout, you get 10% off your entire order. Just one set of dice could feed a hungry Pattoons for another week. Dice make tasty crunch anyways. Yes, they do. They absolutely do. They are the shiny click-clack crunchers. You haven't seen a single link. Oh, let me post it again. It should be there right now underneath your comment. So, there you go. Do check it out. If not, then I can send it to you over Discord. Don't worry about it. Last, but certainly not least, links are not working. Interesting. I will check that after the stream then. You should be able to just go over to tabletopdominion.com though and still use the checkout code. So, yeah, that should be okay. But I'll check that out after the stream. But last but certainly not least, we also have a YouTube channel. If the link's not there, do head over to YouTube and type in QuestJunkiesUK and you should find us fairly easily. We have our entire back catalogue of content on there. We normally tend to have a quick turnaround on VODs. Sometimes not, because I do have to sleep sometimes. It's very rare, but I do have to sometimes. Oh, look at that! Oren Cohen coming in with 2 gifted subs. Thank you so much, my dear friend. Now, it is Pattoons' birthday. Just throwing that out there. If you need suggestions for who the spins should go to, my and Pat. A spin for each of you. And there's another gift sub from Pixie. Thank you so much, Pixie. Who would you like yours to go to? Do let us know while I write these down. So we've got my, and we've got Pat.
I'm scared.
Did anyone know that Oren is awesome? His interviews are great. I know, right? Oren Cohen. Like, let me give you a shout out. Oren does incredible interviews.
They're pretty fucking good.
On the Geek Peak podcast. And also streams himself. So, you know, you should go and support Oren and all his creative endeavors. Absolutely. I hear he's writing a fantasy novel as well. That might be something to look at. Maybe go and join his Patreon and you'll find out. And McClover coming in with another one. This is going to be everybody at this rate.
Oh my god.
Okay, so that's... So Frike gets one from Pixie. Do we get spins when we subscribe? Yes, you do. Subscriptions, resubscriptions, gift subscriptions all get a spin of the Wheel of Chaos. So
well, I do appreciate it, but as rule of, I donate my spin to Pat.
Yes. That is Taru. Thank you so much. Amazing. Okay.
Y'all know
So.
how much I love this wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Does it love you though? That's the question.
There's only one way to find out. Hey, Pat, don't worry, birthday boy, because you have just got a round of inspiration from McClover.
Rad.
Yeah. Everything's coming up, Millhouse. So, my dear friends, it's time to meet our players. So, please tell us who you are, who you will be playing, and give us that ever-elusive, random, interesting fact about your character. Starting with the birthday boy, Pat, for a change.
Yay.
Oh my god! Usually I come second.
You're the chosen one.
Okay, shit. Well, hello guys, I'm Patrick, aka Patson. Sometimes I draw art on Monday nights. I play the Shield of the Wyld Ones. I play Conor McGinnis, Earth Genasi, Root Knife Fighter. And thank you for all the birthday wishes, guys. It means a whole lot. Interesting random fact. May 22nd is Connell's birthday too.
That is very true. And I just seen that Medi actually subscribed earlier today, so do you want it to go to Grim, or do you want it to go to Wyatt? Or do you want it to go to me? Or do you want it to go to Pat?
Dangerous.
Okay, so Connell, you have another 2 rounds of inspiration for your birthday.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm trying to think if I have any funny like birthday stories of old.
Spin for me.
There was this one time. So for my 21st birthday, we went out the town one night, and me and my friends on the bar, drunk. It was a good time. This girl comes up to start dancing with me, and you know that song, Blink-182, What's My Age Again? You know that part where it says, "That's about the time she walked away from me." I'm dancing to the song. I put my hand on this girl's face and kind of push her away because it was like, "That's about the time she walked away from me," and then she just walked away. But then she came back and kissed my face, so like that was all good. Then she asked me if I did weed, and I was like, I don't.
I could learn so much from you.
No.
Seriously,
Dude.
we'll talk later.
I'm fun.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, look! Another 2 gift subscriptions from Oren again! Oren, you're an absolute superstar.
8
So,
and a half.
that can be 1 for Wyatt, which gives everybody, including me, 1. And then there's 1 more. So who would you like the outstanding one to go to? And, you know, why is it going to be Pat? Okay, Mai.
Hello. I'm Mai, aka Mai the Pirate. I am playing Rhódania, Circle Stars Feelies Druid. Chaos Kitty galore. Interesting facts. Let's go on the birthday train, shall we? Rhódania has been a fan of, I would say, Rhódania's version of horoscopes. In fact, sometimes her and Forage would, make their different versions of Wild Brew while they were making it, and Forage would constantly do horoscopes. But the only problem is that Rhódania doesn't remember when her birthday is, so every time she just kind of made it up. So
I like to think that, like, if Rhódania hears that someone else is celebrating the birthday, then she's celebrating her birthday as well.
oh hell yeah, like yeah.
That's absolutely
Until someone
Rhódania.
obviously corrects and be like, it's not your fucking birthday. Like, you don't know when it is. I don't know when it is. Fuck you. Fuck you.
There we
It's
go.
my birthday too. There you go.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So we have another one for Pat. So that's 3 for Pat. And then Mighty, you get another choice. Who does that one go to? And Bree as well. Oh boy. Oh boy. So that's 2 outstanding at the moment. Something up with Twitch because gift subbing failed before and now it randomly appeared in chat. Oh, right, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, did it say this gifter, this person kind of receive a gift? Because I had that. If you're trying to do a specific person.
I don't know. Give it to whoever doesn't have. Everyone has one at the minute, and Pat has 3. So. Oh dear. So yeah, Pat has 3. Everyone has 1, and there's 3 outstanding. So, I guess we could share them out, or we could roll for it. Let's make Pat. Let's make Pat a Super Saiyan.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, we could just give them all to Pat.
I'm okay with it.
Do you want 6 spins, Pat?
Oh, I barely want 1 spin.
Some really, really small, I'd be really happy with that. Like pocket size Connell. Pocket size Pat.
Okay,
Pocket
well,
Rock Daddy.
1 is going to Frike, as per Mady. So we've got 2 outstanding. While we figure that out, Grim.
Friends, hi. Thanks for joining. Normally, I'm Grim in chat, but on Monday nights, I play your second favorite small boy, Wes. Fun fact about our dear alchemist artificer, he always wanted to be a sky carver captain, but because he had neither the money nor the sky carver, he mitigates that for a passion for building sky carver models.
That's
Aw.
adorable, but also nerdy as shit. I love it.
We might have to have a conversation
No,
about that
that's
because Wes would probably know of the Discourteous Rose and its captain. He'd have at least researched them.
Wait, is that why you got nerdy? Is that why he went all nerdy when he found out that we'd gone into a sky carver? Didn't we mention that conversation with Wes before?
I think so.
We
Yeah.
did. I feel like we did.
You get another spin, Patch.
I do get another spin. Thank you so much. So we just have 1 more outstanding. At this point, I can't remember who it went to, so we'll roll for that one, I think. All right, thank you so much. Moving down the overlay. Oh, there's Mai coming in with a resub. Who's that going to, Mai?
Who would you like to have another one? We can go to Mummy if you want.
Okay.
For an awesome job last night.
Okay, so
Aw.
that's Pat and Bridget on 3 spins.
Hi.
And there's one from Grim.
Hey, Pat. Want another sub?
Oh,
Sure,
boy.
I would love a sub, Faye. Goddamn, Grim. Calm down.
Mhm.
While you guys are spinning, I'm gonna go and bathroom it.
Okay, you do that. Bridget!
Hello, friends. I'm Bridget. I'm gonna be playing your girl with a long death, Shatterkai monk, Frike, lady of all types of nouns now, I'm sure. And kind of doubling it and passing it on to someone else. I'll say that right around the first time Frike left the Shadowfell, she had her fortune told by some tarot cards, and they told her she would meet one day a handsome male figure, although they said that he would have wild curly red hair and his name would be Donald. I think this fortune wasn't exactly right at first. That was not intentional.
Wow. That has so many layers. Okay, I'm going to have to make some notes about that. Okay, thank you so much. And last but never, ever least, Wyatt.
Hello there, my friends. My name is Wyatt. I play Reese, our Wonderful cleric bard multi-class. Let's see. What am I going to do? Do I do this birthday trend or do I do something about the family again? I'll do the family. Reese's dad did not like the fact that Reese did not want to learn how to hunt.
Disapproving father figure.
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating. If only you could see you now.
We'll see.
Not giving anything away. Love it. Thank you so much. And I am Patch, your ever humble dungeon master. I play everybody else. Give me a random NPC to give you a random interesting fact about.
Morgan Truman.
Morgan Freeman. Okay. So, for context, for anyone who didn't see that particular episode, there was a session in which the group found Rhódania's old home, and at that time had encountered a tree where Rhódania had hidden a chest somewhere. And they ended up speaking to the tree that was guarding this chest, who revealed themselves to be Morgan Freeman, which was me doing a very bad impression of Morgan Freeman, of course. So, random interesting fact about Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman was not always planted in that particular spot of the forest. When no one is about, he is able to uproot himself and move about. And on occasion, he may have posted himself outside of Rhódania's home in the time that she's not been there. But for what reason could that be?
Oh.
Who knows?
Protecting my crib. That's what he was doing.
Sure, let's go with that.
Better not be stealing my plans, my brew.
So that's Morgan Freeman. Okay, so... do we do the recap first or do the spins first? What do you think?
Roll for it.
Spins.
Then
Let's do the spins first. In
Spins, then we
fact,
can just jump into it.
let's have a look here. Let's have a look
Jump into
here.
it.
Do.
A wee little look-see.
I think... Yes, Oren, we will do Pat last. Since we are doing some spins, let's turn the music up a notch, shall we? If it'll do it.
Is this a skill
Is it
check
the Wii
music you're going to
shopping?
put on?
I hope so.
I knew you were putting this on.
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and all those in between, it is time, my friends, to spin the wheel of chaos.
Okay.
Explosions. Woo! Brought to you by QuestJunkies. So, straight out of the bat, we have one spin of the wheel for Rhódania. For today's session, Rhódania, you
finish him.
Oh no.
can take a free long rest on command.
Yeah, baby.
Come on.
All right, what a great way to start things off. So, from there, we move over to Wes. So for today's session, you... Oh my god, Westerly. You shrink a size. You are now considered tiny.
Duly noted, thank you.
That's gonna be amazing.
Man.
Uh-huh.
Here he is.
There he is.
Ah.
That's cool.
Itty bitty.
All right. From there, we move down to Reese.
Reese.
For today's session, you you grow a size. So from a shrinking Wes, we have bigger cat. Amazing. I'm loving the Smash Bros. It's so accurate as well. Okay. From there, we have the Dungeon Master with two spins of the wheel. So, so for the first NPC you come across today, they will get 2 spins. The first one is... Oops, all Constitution. They will have a Constitution score of 20. That is so helpful for me. Thank you so much.
I hope that's not a combat encounter.
There is only one way to find out, and this second spin. Oops, all Dexterity. Even better.
I really hope that's not a combat encounter.
So the first NPC they come across will have a Dex score of 20 and a Constitution score of 20. Oh boy.
Oh fuck.
Is it the tournament yet? Like...
I mean,
Perfect.
Oh, good.
Perfect. From there, we go to the Lady of Nouns, Frike,
Right.
who has a grand total of 3 spins of the Wheel of Chaos. The first one being... You get the Wordsmith ability. For today's session, you have Speak with Animals and Comprehend Languages enabled at all times. The second spin of the wheel is... You get a free short rest on command. Get all those key points back in an instant, even during combat. And for a final spin of the wheel, oh fuck, you get the rarest option. You get a free natural 20 to use at your discretion.
Nice.
I guess my t-shirt was correct. Crit happens. Okay. That brings us to our final contender.
Okay.
Do you know what? This music is not right for this. I need to change this up. Not for 4 spins. 4 spins of the Wheel of Chaos. Are you kidding me? This needs something particularly special. What do you think, guys, in the chat? Should we commemorate this birthday as best we can? Okay, 1 second. Where is it? Sorry, Escape's been a little slow because I have so many programs open at the moment. So, Connell McGinnisy, how are you feeling before tonight's performance? Are you ready? This is your pre-spin interview.
I'm very sweaty, coach. I'm very sweaty right now. Right? Look at that.
Fucking hell. That's what happens when you get older.
Yeah.
Oh, just
That's just why I'm getting nervous.
wait till you get 30. Yeah, snap. So, Connell McGinnisy, your 4 spins of the wheel.
Oh my god.
Let's
Wait,
all
that's what
prepare
you're
for
written out.
trouble and make it quadruple as we get our first spin of the wheel.
Oh no.
Ooh, that was so close to being a free nat 20, but it's oops, all strength. You get a strength score of 20. He's swole for that birthday. The next spin is going to be... This is going to kill my voice. You get a free death ward cast on you. Very useful for combat.
What does that do?
So if he gets knocked to 0, it knocks him to 1.
Ah, so it's a little
As
like
a one-off.
Heart-esque.
A little
In a
bit,
way.
yeah. The next spin. We've got 2 good ones. What will we get next? You get a free long rest on command. Almost like visiting a Pokemon Center. And there's still time for it to go completely wrong, folks. The last spin of the wheel. Oops, all intelligence. You have an intelligence score of 20. A new record.
Amazing.
Oh boy.
Oh no!
Oh god. Oh, we haven't even started the session yet. This is just...
I have a smash one in front of
Oh,
me. Like, they're the
no.
most criminal for the day.
So, this is great. Earlier on, Pixie redeemed a wild magic surge. And our friend
Shit.
from the Wildman Chronicles, Pi, has just reclaimed a wild magic surge. So we have
Yes.
2
Dragon!
wild magic surges.
Dragon, dragon. No.
Come on.
It could happen. So, I would like Pixie and Duchess and Dragons to nominate a player to roll these wild magic surges. If you would be so very kind. McClover, I love that. It's not my fault this time. Vindication. Okay, so 1 goes to Birthday Boy. Oh, Sneaker Road Thief, so tempted to make it a 3rd one. And Pixies goes to...
Aelin, I'm begging you. Please make it a 3rd one.
Reese. Okay.
Ooh. All right.
I mean, I'm not going to stop you if you want to do another one. Okay, so we got 1 for Pat and 1 for Reese. Excellent. So, with all that out of the way, where were we last we left off? It's been some time, but we find ourselves back in the world of Rhódania. Our group, the Wyld Ones, have left the village of Assailant after a hell of an interaction there with not just townsfolk and muffins, but interplanetary travel, if it can even be called that. Travel to an entire different reality, only to be bounced back by very powerful wielders of the arcane. They also picked up a new friend, Westerly, also known as Wes, who has a connection with a very familiar android who is not quite her full self at the moment, for now. Rosie for short. And the group decided that they would take on this new small friend of theirs, who's about to get even smaller, as they make their way to Zundenarg.
Wait.
They have a few days to trek, but fortunately the road ahead, for the most part, seems particularly clear. They head to Zundenarg so that Connell and anyone else in the group who wishes to can take part in a tournament in honor of Connell's hero, the mighty Thrashumfo, and be the next fighting champion of the city. So, with all that being said, we rejoin our friends as they wake up one morning, some sized a little differently, some a little buffer, some a little big brainer. And there is wild magic in the air, and for once it doesn't have anything to do with wild brew. So while I adjust everyone's character sheets, you all wake up on a beautiful sunny morning.
Well, I can smell something wild in the air.
Are you brewing tea?
No. I mean, I can brew some if you like.
Sure.
Cool. Brow, 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 brow. So, gonna go and make some tea. Da, 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 gonna get some stuff done. La, la, la. Just gonna like sing it to herself. I don't know why. It just is.
I mean, makes sense.
I feel remarkably more invincible today for some reason.
Don't you feel like that every morning when you get up?
I do, but I tend not to believe my own hype in case that gets me in the shitter, but today feels a little different to me.
Ooh.
We'll believe in your own hype.
I am the hype.
I was waiting for it.
I feel like I would have got disadvantage if I didn't say that.
That's my
Quite possibly.
I feel a little bigger. Oh, my voice.
Oh, hi, big man.
Oh,
What's up? What?
hello.
Did I get smaller?
Oh, wow,
No
you guys
idea.
really are tall. Ah.
Where did that come from?
Guys, where's Wes?
Is Wes smaller than me now?
Yeah, Wes is tiny. Wes is smaller than Brim right now.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to roll a perception check
Wes.
so I don't step on Wes.
Yeah.
Yes, please
oh my
do.
God, you're even weirder than before.
Wow, I guess
Get
everyone got a
here,
growth
man.
spurt.
Ooh. The 7.
What the hell was in that tea last night?
18.
18. So,
I don't know.
so Frank, you hear this voice, but you don't have any idea where it's coming from. Reese, as you're slowly getting up, you go to put your hand like on the floor to push yourself up and realize that Wes is right there and is about, let's say, 1.5 feet.
I'll like tip my paw down and measure. Wow, you got short and I got really big.
I mean, you were always big cat, but I feel like I had an opposite growth spurt, like a Button Benjamin. I think that's what the old story's about.
Where's that coming from?
Miss Frank, down here. I need to
Oh.
refill your. Oh,
Oh my
pick-
goodness.
I'm just kind of looking up
Hi.
and pointing at Wes. I'm just like, I don't think he's meant to be that size. It's a bit weird him being weirder than me. I'm the only wee one in
Yeah.
the party.
Oh.
Connell sees Wes and immediately starts laughing his ass off. Rolls in his back.
come back when you can hit a
Aw.
bottle.
Come back when you can get on the big rides.
So while this is
Oh.
going on, can I have a D100 from Coddle and from Reese? And also let me know which class you are picking.
I'm
If you have...
52 from the blood hunter table.
No, it's got to be what class you have.
That's the only class I got.
From the blood
I'm a fighter.
Fighter. Okay. Oh, that's great. Okay.
Oh no. Dragon. I'm kidding.
Dragon Ball Z.
Reese?
That is a flat 80
Mm-hmm.
for the bard table.
Bar table 80. It's high. It could be good or bad.
So I guess
Oh.
we're fucked.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Okay. How are these going to work together? This is actually this has me having to think about this.
You get you get auto success in seduction.
No, that was last night.
Oh,
So we'll do Connell's first. The wild magic that you all felt trembling in the air as you woke up triggers. Connell, for the next minute, any creatures within 60 feet of you have their speed halved and move in slow motion.
Oh no. Oh no.
My story.
Creatures,
what?
not humanoids.
I mean,
Aren't
It's
we
a-
all creatures?
She's not human.
I'm in the
it's his
fucking Matrix.
it's his birthday. I'm gonna say humanoids as well.
Oh,
Yep.
No.
It's a minute.
How does this happen? How long does this go for?
And as that fades, Reese,
Oh no.
pick one of your friends.
One of my friends.
Oh,
How many
no.
do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. D4.
Will we be friends afterwards? That's the question.
Wes.
Wes. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna let you guys each have
you can say eat.
your own sort of control over how this works. But you cast command on each other. So you can decide what commands you're using and roll off for it.
So Wyatt controls Wes.
Well, they
okay.
both cast it at
Brother.
each other for this at the same time.
Oh, I thought you meant
So-
all of us can cast it on each other. I'm just like, this is
As-
chaos.
As I'm pointing at Wes
Mhm.
from when I'm laughing while we're slow-moing because it's funny. And I'm commanding him to laugh, I suppose.
Okay.
Hey, why are you laughing at aha, 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 I don't like this. Aha, aha, aha.
And Wes?
We will say for Reese. Stop laughing. Aha, aha, oh, wow. No, I don't like that. That's even worse.
And after a few awkward minutes, the effects wear off.
Lovely.
Better than tea, I suppose.
I think the convergence went easy on us this time.
I think this
Yeah,
may be
there-
something to do with the moon or constellations. Maybe that's what's going on.
So unsettling.
As a self-prescribed Moony, I don't think it was the moon.
Silly Mooney.
Connell just pulls a Mooney.
Put your arms away. No one wants to see those
Moon
pebbles.
party?
Hey, yo, whoa, that is,
Whoa,
that is 18 plus content.
No,
hey,
wait.
yo.
Oh no, I shouldn't look. Oh wait. Oh no.
Oh,
I
wait.
shouldn't look
Oh,
either.
wait.
I didn't consent to get my ass out, guys. Okay.
See, there you go.
Oh,
Is it a
God.
different color?
Oh wait.
It didn't happen, okay?
Gift of
It's just
gab.
the color of marble because it gets no tan. That's what it is. It's just like a tan line.
Oh boy.
I'm
Happy
going
happy
to go
birthday, Pat.
wash off. Oh, God. Reese is just gonna go find somewhere to like wash off and out of the awkwardness.
Mhm.
Shower turns into a small waterfall.
Okay, so you. Oh, go ahead.
I think Frank would just look at Wes. I mean, I assume if Reese is going off, then he'll like hand Wes to somebody.
Thanks, Connell.
Are you
Oh,
sure
I
we
wanna
can't
rock
get
with the
you
baby.
some support via like? Have you ever ridden a horse before? What do we have tiny horses here?
Mommy, I got an idea. I've got my spare robe. We can swaddle him.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going somewhere completely different with that, but oh, okay. We could try that.
Wes is immediately already in Connell's like stalactites.
I think my situation's a bit rocky, guys. Maybe I just stay here.
You sure you don't want to feel the close embrace of one of our chests? I mean, her bosom's quite comfy.
I'm not saying no.
But, you know.
I'm
You're
definitely saying
saying
yes.
If it would make you, as long as you're comfortable up there, I'm like, where is he on Connell? On his head or something?
Yeah, he's just on like a little like mountaineering course up there.
He's just hanging out up there. Maybe the elevation. I hope it's not too high. I couldn't even finish a sentence.
No. Miss Reich, I think I prefer you much better.
Okay.
I mean, from a mechanical standpoint, Wes should get like three-quarters cover up there.
That's true.
No.
Oh, fuck you.
Happy birthday.
Okay, so you bundle pocket-sized Wes up, and who's swaddling him?
I think. I mean, I'm too small. Am I too small to swaddle him?
I mean, we thought you were gonna say like, does Wes want to ride you?
Yeah, I literally thought you were gonna suggest that like you be his mount. That's where I thought you were going with this.
I'm not a bottom, thanks.
I could just like Yoda backpack somebody if that works.
Oh my god, please.
I can be a
do it.
backpack while you run.
Run.
Sorry, I'm kind of bleeding from last night, but yeah. To Rhódania.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Frank will offer that. Yeah,
I mean,
if you want.
I've no issue. I've no issue keeping him up here. Like, he seems safe enough.
Reese has a bag of holding that Wes could just like mushu it. It's like hang out.
You know, that's
Loading
not a
and
bad
that-
idea. If I didn't already have my own bag of holding, then yours would blow up.
Very good point.
Both of them would blow up. Or you can just give it to someone else and it won't blow up.
It
Tiny
looks
bag
like an
of
earring
holding.
on someone at this point.
I mean,
My mistletoe.
I'll try it
Like
on.
a little Liz
sure.
Hobo.
Here, Miss Reich, hold on. Just let me get on your shoulder real quick. I'm just gonna
Okay.
latch it. There we go. There. Okay, perfect. Just keep it. Okay, just gotta get through the loop. Okay, perfect. Okay, it looks great on you, actually.
It's like wrapped around her ear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love that.
Sure. Why not? Okay. Thank you. As long as you're comfortable, Liz, she'll hand you back to Connell.
rock climbing was not my first idea for this morning.
I think Wes, while you were up there, being an artificer and a tinkerer, it actually does make you think, actually, if I could fashion some sort of control unit, this would be the perfect place.
Rocket
Let's see where the wires are on Connell. Got some work to do.
And another gift subscription from Oren. Thank you so much, Oren. You are
Thank you, Oren.
So wonderful. Thank you so much. I think we might have had enough spins, but if people want another spin, I'll do one, but I don't know. I'll leave it for you guys to decide.
I ain't saying no.
No.
She'll just turn to
Embrace the
Rhódania. Should we start out breakfast?
Sorry, what?
Should we sort out breakfast?
Oh, we bit of brekkie would be nice. What did you have in mind?
Maybe some fish.
Alright, I'm gonna go catch you a fish, big one. Big mummy.
Alright.
Big fish.
Uh,
Mummy. Sorry. I haven't had my tea yet.
So tired. Sorry.
I'd be happy to help you.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good to me.
Patch, where in the world are we at the moment?
Make a perception check.
It's been a while since I've seen my character sheet. Okay. Natural 20.
Natural
Oh.
on his birthday. Folks,
Nat
if
24.
you've got them, spam those emotes in the chat. I also just realised I didn't do your character sheets yet because I was distracted by the absurdness of the intro to today's session. So I'll do that right now. With a natural 20, you know exactly where you are in the world, as this is a road you've travelled before. You travelled this road to head to Merrimwind for the first time, where you met this group. And you know that you're only a few days out from home, and there's a couple of ways you can go. You can either take the road through the Mithril Mountains, or you can continue through the forest. There's not really a negligible difference in time, it's more just the scenery. So, but there's kind of like a fork in the road up ahead, so.
So how
That's
are we
where
feeling,
you're
guys? Do I want to take the scenic route, or do we want to go through more forest?
Don't ask me before I've had my breakfast. I don't know anything.
We should maybe get something to eat first, but I like the sound of the forest.
What's more direct?
It's hard to say. They're both kind of like equal distance to in an arc.
What's
Meta,
more
what would birthday boy want to do?
I don't know.
I know
What do
the
you
mo-
think, Connell?
Where's the danger? No, I'm much more familiar with the mountains. I'll admit. Although I know the forest pretty well too, so it's a dime or a dozen really. But yeah,
What?
the girls are right. We can get breakfast and cross that road when we get to it.
We're gonna go catch a fish. Do you want to come with us? You too, Wes.
No, we
I think
can
at this
dangle.
point I'm just bait.
Well, I was gonna say we can dangle you onto a stick. Use it as bait if you like.
Oh, you want a stick?
Just like a claw machine for fish. Could do that.
There's one.
Okay, that's art that needs to happen.
I could just pick him up from his feet and we could do that. I think I have
He's
more
gonna
arm reach than
stick his
anyone
head in.
right now.
Dunk him in. How long
Isn't
can you
that
hold your
called
breath for?
waterboarding?
I think it's the other way round.
Actually, if you give me like a minute, I could probably hold it for the rest of the day.
Okay.
Okay.
If Rhódania is not familiar with torture.
Hold on, give me a second. Ching. And if you don't mind, Pat, just an action, I'm going to make an experimental elixir using one of my first level spell slots. I'm going to get the number 6, which is Alter Self.
Okay. Curious.
And then I will drink that, and I will use the Alter Self spell to give me gills and a swimming speed of 30 feet.
Rad.
Fuck.
Hell yeah.
That's cool.
And that lasts for 10 minutes. So, no pressure, guys.
So if you have gills, do we have to like rush to the water so you can breathe?
You know, thinking about that.
Give him some wild brew.
I mean, get me in the water.
Oh, we should get going. We'll find a river somewhere near here.
Wes, what's your constitution score?
14 or +2.
+2. Okay, so you can hold your breath for 2 minutes before you start suffocating till you get to the water.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's find the river.
Yeah.
So, whoever, I suppose Connell, since you are holding, Connell, make a survival check to see if you can find a river nearby.
What was that? You cut off a little bit.
Make a survival check to see if you can find a nearby river in time.
Survival.
Also, refresh your character sheet because you've got updated stats.
Guidance.
Cool.
And you have a D4 of guidance.
Cool. That will help because I rolled a 7 plus 2, 9.
9. DC was 10.
Oh.
No. You get like going in a bit of a circle. You know there's one nearby. You can hear it, but you just like you swear you've just passed that branch already, and you're starting to panic.
Can I have a check because I know the forest quite well?
You can go ahead and make a survival check.
Sorry, mummy. Oh my god, where's my mouse? That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Your feline-like ears are able to pick up the direction of the source of the water. And you spin Connell around and you point that way and you all run and you see the stream as Wes has seconds left before he begins to lose consciousness.
Oh no! Eat him in.
Connell dunks his head in the water as if he's bobbing for apples.
I shouldn't do this, but this is a chaotic session. Roll me a d6, Connell. On a 1 through 3, you butt your head into a shallow part of the river.
Oh.
Oh no!
Go ahead and Connell, go ahead and roll an unarmed strike. It can be. You can treat it as an improvised weapon attack because it's your head.
His head's an improvised weapon. Oh my god.
Tell me he strikes a fish with it.
14 plus 8, 22 to hit.
22. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh no. What are we looking at?
I rolled a 1 plus 5, which is 6.
Okay,
It's like
so
damage.
Wes, you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you are finally able to breathe, but then the wind is knocked out of your lungs as you immediately contact between the riverbed and the pointy stalactites of Connell's head.
Did I ever tell you guys I hate fishing?
You said that underwater so we can hear you.
Well, so, Frike, since you got the wordsmith spin, you hear from a little bit further down the river a group of fish startled by all this noise. Oh, bloody hell! I don't know what that was. Fucking hell! These bloody dry folk coming here messing up our river. Bloody hell! Nosy bastards.
We're all fish
Rhódania,
from
the fish are
Yorkshire.
talking again.
Oh god, I
This
wouldn't
has
be
happened before.
surprised.
Yeah.
I can hear them.
Well, the quicker we catch them and eat them, the less they'll chat.
Yeah, is Wes gonna be okay? If he's that tiny, I wouldn't want anyone to eat him.
I mean,
He'll fight his way out.
despite the fact that he's tiny, the guy's formidable. He's not going to be taken down to some pond fish.
Okay,
What is
Hey, Patch.
Yes.
Can I go downstream a bit from them?
Sure. Are you attempting to sneak away?
No.
Okay.
That would be nigh impossible. Could I attempt to use Mage Hand to catch fish?
Certainly.
Like that.
Coop.
Scoop.
Coop. Okay. While they're putting Wes's life at risk, I don't know how to do this. I cannot carry more than 10 pounds. Which I don't think would be an issue.
Okay. Yeah,
Also
no, that should be
supersized.
fine.
Mhm.
You are supersized.
Yeah, but magic is magic. That's a
True.
cantrip.
Yeah,
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
that's true. Very true. But yeah, shouldn't be a problem.
Okay. I'd like it to be like disproportionate still, so it's like way smaller than Reese's.
Okay.
And I don't know what I'm rolling. Or like for what.
Just roll me a straight dexterity check. But since you're using Mage Hand, I'll give you advantage.
The last bit cut off.
You cut out
Sin-
yeah, just a little bit.
Since you're using Mage Hand, I'll give you advantage.
It's already 19. So 19 plus 2 is 21.
Mm.
21. Okay.
Coop.
You make it seem like an art form.
Hey, birthday boy! And I chuck it at Connell.
Roll an attack.
death by fish.
Sudden death by
Like
fish.
that Monty Python sketch where they're hitting each other with fish.
Oh, God.
What am I doing? Unarmed strike?
Yeah. Yeah, it's no, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Get fucking wrecked.
And wreck.
Yeah. That TikTok sound has been living rent free in my girlfriend's head for about 2 months now.
Oh.
I mean, it's a good one.
It is.
Okay. That is. Oh, that's a 9. Oh, okay. 11.
11. You catch a nice tasty fish that Reese has just so very kindly given to you.
Thanks, Bacon Cat.
Any for the rest of us?
Welcome.
Meanwhile, how's Wes doing?
No.
Guys, if you let me go, I can go get it underwater.
Sure. Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
thought he was alright.
How good
I
can
thought
He
you
he
was
was
already
swim, though?
underwater.
Yeah.
The potion lets me swim, so it's okay.
You're already
let
in
him
the
go.
water.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna swim downstream because I have a swimming speed of 30 feet now.
Yep.
And I think the first fish that I see, if I can ready in action, and I'm gonna cast Firebolt at it.
In the water?
Unflambe.
It's magic, bitch.
It's magical
Le
fire.
poisson, le
It's magical
poisson,
fire.
Magic,
I
bitch.
love.
Okay. 1 second.
You're gonna boil the fish to death.
On
Pre-cooked?
flambe.
Okay. So go ahead and roll for an attack.
16 plus 8, 24.
Okay, definitely hits. It has 1 hit point, but go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, what the hell? Max damage 10.
Okay, so
That's a charge.
insta kill. Because you knock it past its max hit points, which is 1.
Grilled. Oh, good. I love grilled salmon.
So now the rest of you just see boop, boop, bobbing up on the top of the wall is a nicely evenly fried quipper.
Quippy.
Yum. I had an idea. Can I use flurry of blows to attempt to like catch multiple times?
Flurry of blows.
Absolutely, I love that. Go for it.
Okay.
A flurry of fish.
Flurry of
Yes.
fish.
Okay, so that's been a while. So that's 2 unarmed strikes. What is that? That's a 4. Oh boy. So that's a 9 on my first one, and a what is? Oh god, an 11 on my next one.
AC is 13, so
Oh my God.
these other quippers just they're agile.
I'm so sorry. We're hungry. I was about to just say, can we just eat you?
Nom nom nom.
Ah,
Can I give a wee go at trying to catch a fish?
Certainly.
What do you need me to roll? Sorry.
How you tell me how you're going to catch a fish?
I'm gonna guiding bolt.
Okay, you're going to
into-
guiding bolt. All right, go ahead and roll for an
into
attack.
like a little school of fish, hopefully. So,
Okay.
does a 14 hit?
14 does hit, I believe. Yes.
Oh, this is gonna be a
So-
bit overkill then.
Well, because they have 1 hit point and you're using a guiding bolt, I'm going to say roll me a d6, and that'll tell you how many fish you get.
Oh, so not 4d6? No,
No.
just 1d6.
There's fish. There's not that many fish. 2. So
Fish.
you managed to get 2 fish.
Grabs up, fellas. And mummy.
There are like 2 fish there, just probably about as big as I am. So.
Now here's the question: does divine fire, like guiding bolt, cook fish, or not?
I'm going to say sure.
It removes
Why not?
salmonella.
Remove someone. It is blessed fish.
Welcome to Rhódania. We
These
care
fish
about
now
food.
multiply.
Poisoning.
We feed the
These
multitude with these 2 fish.
Are, you know, it's like proper like sushi grade. That's what it is.
But no, it's like that. It's like that thing when you drop a piece of food and then like you're always told to kiss it and give it up to heaven. Like then it's all blessed.
Oh, he.
We just all take a-
Oh no.
Selfie with holding the hanging fish.
What's everyone's passive perception?
15.
14.
19.
Okay.
15.
Okay. So everybody sees something a little peculiar happening further downstream.
Something peculiar happening downstream.
Very well
Okay.
observed.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Captain Obvious.
As you see further downstream, the river seems to be lifting up from the riverbed and
Well, this was a wholesome
coagulating into a
Same.
sphere of liquid.
What is happening?
There seems to be a sphere of
What's
liquid.
okay?
Someone skip up west if you can. And be ready for anything.
Can she reach for Wes?
Yeah.
Do I have to roll anything or?
Yeah, easy enough. The
Okay.
the river is draining, so Wes is kind of left on the dry riverbed.
Bread.
She'll scoop them up.
Not the dry river bread.
Don't
Riverbed.
like that.
My river bread.
Delicious.
Sorry.
How far away is it?
About 60 feet.
Okay, I would like to hold an action
Mm-hmm.
for create or destroy water
Okay.
for when it gets within 30 feet and if it seems menacing.
Okay. Duly noted. Anyone else doing anything?
Connell has a shield out, kind of like ready to dart between anybody in the party.
Okay.
Spend a key point to have patient defense as a bonus action in case.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Enlarge on Frike.
Oh, big mommy.
We're the same size now.
Yep.
Giant woman.
I just like to imagine Connell standing there as the shield of the Wild Ones, whilst being towered over by Reese and Frank. Nothing's getting past me.
I will pat Connell's head.
Thank you. I think.
Okay.
I'm helping.
Veronia, anything from you?
You know what? I'm gonna cast enlarge on myself and leave Wes a baby boy.
Well, so Veronia is a small creature, so this would make you a medium creature. So now you would be resize, normal resize.
I'm big cat now.
Oh,
My,
proportions
how
are
the
right again.
turntables. So, as you do that, you see this sphere from the river. It's spinning, and then all of a sudden it stops. And a fish just jumps out of the sphere, lands on the riverbed, the dry riverbed, and just starts flapping on the floor. The sphere of water condenses and shrinks and vanishes. The fish slowly stops flapping. There is a large rumbling explosion in front of you, and as the dust clears, you are no longer looking at a tiny little fish, but instead you are confronted with what looks like a fish, but colossal, sprouting legs, 6 of them in total, as it crawls on the land. As you are now confronted by a colossal catfish. And we're going to go ahead and take our 5-minute break.
Can we see some art of this thing? I'm fucking in disbelief right
For
now.
some reason, I thought it was going to be like a Gyarados or something that you could have come
Yeah.
up with.
No,
Same,
not quite.
Same.
I mean,
This is
I mean, that's
this is
basically what a Gyarados is, a giant catfish.
this is homebrewed. But if any budding artists out there would like to make this art for me, I am not going to say no. But yes, so we'll find out in a few minutes what the hell is up with that. But before we go to our break, my dear friends, who's here for an exclusive announcement?
I am.
Okay, so do keep an eye on the stream, as for the first time, we are going to reveal what's coming in Quest Junkies in 2024.
Yes.
See you then.
Azooks.
The world has changed. The coming of calamity and those who rose up against it. Victory was gained, but at a cost. The lone swordsman lays dormant. The country without rule. A people fractured under the anxiety of what is yet to come. But within these fractured lands is something thought lost to time, but not lost, merely patiently waiting. And now, with no champions left standing, there will be no will other than mine. Renounce your petty gods and worship me, for I am Majora. You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? Greetings, dear friends. It appears you've wandered your way across the realms and found yourself in this rather delightful space known as QuestJunkiesUK. Rather dull name if you ask me, but they do love their chaos, and I could never not vouch for that. If you want to spread some of that chaos yourself, well, feel free to subscribe and spam that chat with those little emote things and tell them the Traveler sent you. Apparently they have some sort of wheel of chaos that they use after a subscription just to fuck with the players. What better way to let chaos reign? See you in the chat, friends.
Tired of eating bland, tasteless food on your epic quests? Looking for something more exciting to fuel your adventures? Look no further than Subway.
Our sandwiches are made with only the freshest ingredients, sourced from all across the continent. Whether you're a warrior, wizard, or rogue, we have a sub that will suit your tastes. Will you go for the barbarian's bold beef, the elven herb roasted turkey, or the dwarven double smoked bacon. Choose from our wide variety of meats, cheeses, and vegetables, all served on freshly baked bread.
But that's not all. At Subway, you can also customize your sub with magical sauces and enchanted toppings. Will you add a dash of Dragonfire hot sauce or a sprinkle of pixie dust parmesan? The possibilities are endless.
Our sandwiches come in 3 sizes: adventurer, hero, and legend.
Need something to quench your thirst after battling trolls and dragons? We also offer our signature drinks, like the Action Surge Grapefruit Ale or the Eldritch Baja Blast Dark Stout.
And for a sweet treat, try our famous 100% original recipe Feywild cookies. But don't take our word for it. Listen to what some of our satisfied customers have to say.
I never thought I'd find a sandwich that could match the thrill of slaying a dragon. Subway did it!
Oh, I used to hate going on quests because of the terrible food, but now I look forward to it. Thanks, Subway.
I never knew that I needed enchanted toppings on my sandwich till I tried Subway. Now my taste buds are having a wild flavor surge.
The dragon hot fire sauce is not for the faint of heart, but it sure comes in handy when you're fighting frost giants.
So why settle for boring, mundane food when you can indulge in the flavors of Subway? Fresh bites for your epic fights. Subway, eat fresh.
And welcome back, dear friends, as we jump straight back into the action. So, let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh yeah, I should probably mute this.
All right. No more digi dice. Oh, 11.
I got excited about rolling initiative. I spilled my coffee, so that's great.
Okay.
Okay.
I think this is the highest initiative I've ever rolled.
Whoa.
Okie dokie. So, 25 to 20.
23.
Ooh, nice.
Highest initiative I ever rolled.
Anyone else 25 to 20? Okay, 20 to 15.
16.
16.
Oh, rollies.
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 Roll. 13 again.
Okay.
You lead, I follow.
You lead, I will follow.
15 to 10.
11.
Fronia?
8.
8. All right. So, as you now look at this hideous amalgamation of whatever it is, and a wildcat appears, you can see like this massive scaly form, like, for the most part resembles a catfish, but it is just absolutely massive in size. It's probably about 40 feet long. It is huge. And the legs that have sprouted out of it are like beast claws as it sort of stands itself up on its 6 legs and just like Reese, top of the round.
I don't like that. Not one bit. No. Guiding bolt.
All right, opening up with the
Okay.
guiding bolt.
Cool. Yeah. I free action, draw my rapier, and I guiding bolt at 3rd level because I don't like that.
Okay, go ahead and roll for attack.
Bad fishy.
Okay. What is guiding bolt? 19.
19 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Got that bolt.
That is what, 66?
6d6.
Damn, son. Where'd you find all those bolts?
Oh, dice.
These are pretty good.
Oh yes, do bear in mind as well that this creature has a dexterity and constitution score of 20.
Oh, fuck off, you cunt.
Thanks, chat. I love you
It's
dearly.
supposed to be a wholesome one.
Can I understand what it's saying?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Fuck your father. Fuck your father.
Oh my
That's a deep
God,
cut.
alright,
That's a
someone
deep
player.
cut. We'll find out when it gets to your turn.
Okay.
There's 20 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
And that was my action, my bonus action. Piranha. Bardic Inspiration. That's it.
Cheers, pal.
Is it? You got this.
All
What
right.
dice is that? Is that a D4 or D6? I can't remember.
D6, I think.
That is a D6
Yeah.
And then how far away is it?
It's about 60 feet.
60 feet. I will travel 30 feet closer to it. Leave the party. Go 60 feet. And that's it.
Okay, taking the charge forward, that brings us to Wes. This fish looks even bigger to you as you are tiny.
I feel like I'm playing some kind of big game hunter experience. This is really weird. So I'm going to use all my movement to scuttle up Frike's shoulder blade and just kind of stand right between the neck and the shoulder. Free action, I'm going to draw the pistol. Question for you. If I were to give a potion to Frike, what kind of action would you consider that?
Giving a potion. Is it a healing potion?
Just a regular potion.
Okay, so it's not one that requires rolling dice.
Nope.
Okay, so bonus action.
Bonus action? Beautiful. All right. Miss Frike, before you go into battle, you should use some protection. Open up.
Well.
And I will give you a potion of resilience, which gives you a +1 to your AC.
Okay. You said open up. Are you like pouring it into my mouth?
Yeah, it's
how my
barely
brain is picturing it.
No, it's all right. So let me try and get some visual cues here. It's probably about this size that I'm pouring.
Okay. Okay.
It's like a drop of water for you at that point.
If there was a time to screenshot, guys, it's now.
Open wide. Cool. So that potion of resilience gives you a +1 AC for a whole minute.
Okay. Cute.
And how far away is this big fish in comparison to me when I'm super small?
Well, it's about 60 feet mechanically, so...
60 feet mechanically? All right, cool. I'm going to fire with the pistol.
Okay. And pull out your tiny pistol.
It's like a pop gun at that point.
Pew!
Does a 19 hit?
19 hits.
Cool. That's going to be... Let's see. 10 piercing damage.
10 piercing damage.
And I think, like, from just a flavor standpoint, you just hear, like, a pop gun as it flies through the air and just kind of...
The shot lands. Alright, that brings us to Birthday Boy himself. Connell.
You said I'm 60 feet away from this thing?
Yep.
Okay. Connell is going to reach in it. Well, he's going to like reach for one of the hand axes, and he's going to kind of like do like a little sprint 30 feet, and at the end he's just going to use that all the momentum and kind of huck the hand axe towards one of its legs, eyes, area of its body.
Okay.
Ah, man, that's only an 8.
I mean, you have like 3 rounds of inspiration because it's your birthday, so.
Well, here's number 1. No, it's not. That's a nat 1 for a 9.
Unfortunately not.
See, these hand axes, man. These hand axes, they don't like me.
Nope.
Second attack, I've got another hand.
Did you say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, right?
Well, that's another 2, so 10. Haha. I dropped both my hand axes.
Okay.
That ends the fighter's turn, I guess.
Happy birthday, mate. So, that brings us to the fish's turn. As Connell gets another round of inspiration for his birthday from Sneaky Rogue Thief. Our very own Solosia from
Kinda.
Wildmount. So, one of you has very kindly moved closer, which is quite good. As this lumbering form, like you see it, its legs sort of arch back, and then it leaps forward this massive jaw, which looks like it could swallow someone whole, but thankfully Reese is bigger at the moment. But it lunges forward to bite Reese.
No, absolutely not.
With a 13.
That's my armor class.
So just for context, that was a 3 on the dice. So, okay.
Great.
I need...
You're a cleric knight. We gotta get you some heavy armor.
Yeah.
Must protect.
Reese can have the armor.
So you take 12 points of piercing damage as the teeth pierce into, like, it sort of turns on its side almost and just bites around your midsection, and the teeth sink in and you are grappled. And the smell coming from this thing is horrific. That's going to do it for its turn, which brings us to Frike.
How much closer is it now?
It's now 30 feet away.
So it's self
Yay.
away from me.
Mm-hmm.
Can I understand anything it's saying?
Make a quick perception check.
Okay. Ooh, 23.
23. In the midst of the biting and the chomping, you swear you hear this low guttural voice saying, "I heard it was someone's birthday, and there's no birthday cake. What is this bullshit?"
Oh,
Speaks truth
God.
to power.
Oh my god. Okay. Can I try talking to it?
If you want.
In fish language, so everyone would hear just blah, 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 frantic glubbing. We'll make a cake. We'll celebrate. It'll be fine. Please stop.
Make a persuasion check.
Connell turns to Frank and is like,
Ooh, my track is that's a 16.
A 16. Okay, that's not bad. I've heard that bollocks before. I'll do with this, thank you. I'll get to you in a minute.
Okay. Alright, let me look at my sheet for a minute.
Folks, if you're just joining us, the group is doing battle with a colossal catfish that has 6 legs and currently has Reese in its jaws.
Okay.
And we're celebrating
I am
Pat's
still holding-
birthday. Go ahead.
But I am still holding onto Wes. If he's tiny, can I try teleporting with him?
So this is something you have been attempting to work on.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to give me a fate roll. Please roll me a D100.
Oh boy!
Shout out to Scarlet Song for the fate roll mechanic.
Thank you, Scarlet.
You're the best.
Around.
16!
No, thank you, Scarlet.
16. So, what is it you're doing? Tell us what you're doing.
So the idea was to maybe teleport behind the fish and try and wrench its jaws open with maybe like an unarmed strike or flurry of blows, something like that.
Okay, so you use Blessing of the Raven Queen to teleport essentially onto the back of its neck, I would suppose. So you're gonna mount this fish, basically. I'm getting flashbacks to a scene from last night involving a musician playing guitar on something he absolutely shouldn't have been playing guitar on.
A different kind of beast, was it?
That was absolutely.
Yep.
As you do, Wes, suddenly Frike vanishes from underneath you. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Wes.
Cool. Also, I'm gonna reaction cast Featherfall.
Okay.
Natural 20.
A natural 20. You don't even need to cast the Featherfall. You've only seen Frike in battle very briefly, but you particularly took note of the 3-point landing, and you managed to replicate it incredibly well. Unfortunately, no one sees it because everyone is eyes locked on this colossal fish in front of you. But you know you did it, and that's what counts.
I'm cool.
So, Frike.
So that's my bonus action, so I can't do flurry of blows. I think I'll just go for that unarmed strike in an attempt to wrench its jaws open.
All right, go for it.
All right. 18?
18 will do it. So go ahead and give me a... What is it for a grapple check again? I keep forgetting this.
Strength? Or...
Strength versus...
Strength check?
Athletics and acrobatics. Is it? Oh, athletics or acrobatics. I need to cement this in my mind because I always forget it. But yeah, give me.
So I could do either.
Yeah.
Okay. Athletics. Another 18.
Another 18. Okay. Fortunately, this fish has advantage.
Son of a...
Never thought I'd hear that sentence today.
Against Scrabble checks.
That fish has advantage.
And rolls a 24. So you managed to get hold of it, but you just can't wrench the jaws open. You've still got hold of it. Now you sort of, ride and bareback a solid 8 seconds on this fish.
In fish.
Anything else, or is that it?
That's my action, so I think that's my turn.
Okay.
I've mounted a fish.
You've mounted a fish. Rhódania.
Starry form.
Star reform, you say?
Moony time.
Starting early.
Yes.
And speaking of Moony, I'm going to cast Moonbeam on that bitch.
Okay. So describe what the moonbeam, how this looks as the moonbeam comes down.
So it's gonna be mid-transformation, and when she finishes her transformation, she's gonna shoot up like a peace sign up in the sky like this, and a rain of big tube of light is actually gonna go and pummel its ass. And because I'm assuming Mommy's at the front, so
yes.
So bottoms up. The only candles that are going out tonight are yours, bitch.
My take inspiration for that. That was brilliant.
Yeah,
that was fucking.
I'll make a note of that at some point.
Yeah.
So I will be doing 3d10s when it's is it the end of its turn that we do that, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So I'm prepping that, baby.
At the top of its turn, sorry.
At top of its turn, yeah.
Yeah. So that's your action, and you bonus action took your starry form, correct?
Yeah, starry form.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. That brings us back to the top of the round. Reese, you are grappled.
into existence. No, I'm not. Just kidding. Oh gosh, okay. So where are my hands? Where were my I came in, was ready. Okay. I will use my claws.
Mm-hmm.
And I will scrape the inside of its mouth.
Ooh.
And I will pump psychic blades into it, which is my first time ever using that.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah. Okay. Is that roll for an attack or is it a saving throw?
For psychic blades, it's roll to attack. It's an add-on to any attack. So if the attack hits, I will use it.
Okay. I'm gonna give you advantage for this because I really don't see how someone can miss this attack if you're already like half inside its mouth. That's kind of a thing that I feel about D&D rules. Like, if you are swallowed by a creature, why aren't all your attacks at advantage? Because you're inside it. Like, just do that.
Do you feel the inside beneath you?
Don't be a dentist.
Yes.
I love you.
Do I have
Love you more.
inspiration? I have inspiration from the previous game.
You do.
So I'm going to use that. Okay, on an advantage roll, do I just get to roll one of the rolls again using inspiration, or do I get to use both?
Reroll with advantages. It's just a reroll of the same roll.
Okay. Okay, that's much better. 14.
14 to hit.
Yes.
It's a miss.
That's a you whore. Okay.
I'll say that you go to rake it, but you make contact with one of its many layers of teeth. And your claws just brush off the teeth.
It's just a sharp weapons battle. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay, that was my action, so instead I cannot. Okay. Then I'm going to.
Just so you know, panicking is a free action.
The panicking is a free action.
Panic.
Not wrong, except Reese isn't panicking yet. He's just writhing with pain right now. Okay, well that's all I'm doing. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. That brings us to Wes.
All right, cool. So since I've been completely ignored by my 3-point landing, I'm gonna look around and see my friends are in a spot of trouble. So I'm going to use my full tiny movement to move as far as I can up to the fish and look over at the rest of the group. See Connell miss the 2 axes twice. Did you learn nothing from yesterday?
I'm staying on brand.
Yeah, it's a signature for you. No hit, all miss.
Oh.
We're going to turn to the catfish. I'm going to drop concentration on enlarge, so Frag will return to normal size. And then I'm going to use my action and cast Fairy Fire.
Fairy Fire. Okay.
What you see is he reaches into his bandolier. There's like this round-shaped vial, and pops it open. You see these flickers of light moving through. Our friends are in trouble. No, my children. And these fireflies come falling through and come out and just make a square over the fish and Fairy Fire. So it needs to make a Dex 16 save for me.
Dexterity saving throw of 16. Good job, it's got a 20 in Dex. That's a 22.
can we try that again next time, guys? And you actually hit the fish. And then, bonus action healing word Reese for 6. And you're good.
Okay.
That's it.
Reese, you take 6 points of healing damage. Okay, that finishes your turn?
Yep.
Alright, that brings us to Connell.
Alright, Connell finally getting a bit closer to the thing, using his 30 feet of movement. He's gonna draw his longsword and he's gonna try and like start slashing at the legs. So let's try a two-handed attack, so I'll get bigger damage if I hit.
Go for it.
17 plus the stuff.
Definitely hits.
Rad. So that is going to be a D10 of damage plus 5.
A D10.
That is so with 2 hands. Connell runs past and gives a big across one of its legs, doing 12 points of slashing damage.
12 points.
And I can imagine if I'm still kind of like trucking past, you said that's 6, so I slash at one leg. I'm gonna, if I have still movement, I'm gonna like run and try and get the second leg with the attack.
Okay.
And that's a natural 1. I'm using my advantage. Inspiration, got 18.
18 hits.
Rad. That is 10 points of slashing damage on the second leg. And as Connell kind of like slides, kind of like Akira slides on the gravel, he looks up at the fish, points his sword towards it, and says, "Roll 79. There's always a bigger fish." As he uses fire rune to do some fire damage on the thing, dealing an extra 6 points of fire damage. And I need a strength saving throw from Fishman here.
Strength saving throw, you say?
Yes, sir.
And right at you. Ooh, that's not great. 13.
That is a fail. This motherfucker is restrained.
Yeah.
Hey.
You were that fish.
Okay, let me just check something real quick. Restrained, not grappled.
Restrained, not grappled.
Okay, then it does not have advantage on the save. Good to know.
Cool, it's restrained. Awesome.
Okay, so for everyone else's benefits, attack rolls against a creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. And it has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Nice.
Hey.
Unfortunately, the same applies to Reese, as Reese is grappled and restrained at the moment. So, anything else, Colin?
No. I just like imagine that the fiery chains are kind of like pluming out of the sword, and it's kind of like lassoed like around either his leg, or if the chains are big enough, like a fish's body, and he's just like holding it tight.
Love to see it. Okay, thank you. That brings us to the colossal catfish.
At the beginning of its turn, I reveal my magic card. It takes an additional 10 points of fire damage at the start of its turn.
It also takes... Rhódania?
You need to do a con save as well, by the way.
Constitution save.
Roll.
Natural 20.
Oh, okay, so you get half damage then in that case.
Half damage.
So that'll be 9, 12. 7 points of radiant damage.
7 points of radiant damage. Thank you for the follow! And everyone else that's followed, you're all amazing. Okay, so, at the top of its turn, it is restrained, it cannot move. But it can chew. So, while its attacks are at disadvantage, its attacks on Reese are at advantage, so it's a straight roll if it attacks Reese.
Fuck this fish, man.
No thanks.
My fair.
22 to hit.
That hits.
Crunch, crunch.
Chomp, chomp.
Nom, nom, nom.
20 points of piercing damage. As the rest of you watch as it launches Reese up into the air, and as he falls down, Reese is swallowed.
Reese.
Which brings us to Frank.
Oh boy.
Better armor.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Couple ideas. Key point. Actually, first I'm gonna do an unarmed strike. Okay, I take back my key point because I do get an extra attack that I'm not very good about using normally, but I'm gonna use it this time.
Okay.
So on 2 unarmed strike. Jesus Christ, it's a nat 1. But I have inspiration from last time, so
You do.
I'm gonna use that.
Feeling inspired.
Okay.
I don't like this music change, by the way.
Okay, it's a 17 on my first one.
17 hits.
17, okay.
And the music changes because the game has changed with that last move, I feel.
Okay, max damage, that's 8 bludgeoning damage
Okay.
for my first one. And now for my next one. Okay, I have a free nat 20, so I'm gonna use it
You do.
Yeah.
to make that hit.
So that's a max damage plus the normal roll.
Yep. And I got max damage again, so 8 bludgeoning damage, does that increase, or?
Yeah, so it's max damage and then a normal roll with the dice.
Okay, I got 8 on my damage roll.
Yeah. So is that
So,
max damage?
Yes.
Yeah, so 8 again, so 16.
Okay, and then I'm gonna bonus action Flurry of Blows
Okay.
with another key point. Alright, so I get 2 more.
Monks, man.
I miss playing a monk.
So good.
So 22 for the first one.
That hits.
Alright. And it's a 3 bludgeoning.
Okay.
18 to hit on the next one.
18 hits.
Alright, another 3 bludgeoning damage. And I just want to flavor it as I'm going for the eyes this time, with my fist in an attempt to blind it. I'm going for, since I'm on top of it still, I'm going for the eyes.
Okay. So, I will give you a little bit of insight, just because I am a very kind DM, though you might not think so at times. If you can get another 20 points of damage on it before its next turn, it will spit Reese back out.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna hit because you've just hit like 30 points on it. So you get another 20.
Nice. No pressure.
Well,
like me
when it
personally
gets
or like everybody?
just it has to have 50 points before its next turn, and
Okay.
I will clarify. When it gets to that 50, it makes a con save to see if that happens.
Ooh. Okay.
But it's in a bit of a predicament right now, thanks to Connell. So it might go in your favor.
Can we say with attacking the eyes, have I blinded it at all?
Wrong for it.
I rolled a natural 2. So I'll say it's blinded until the end of its next turn.
All right. I've used my action, my bonus action. That's my turn.
Okay, that brings us to Feronia.
Okay, so seeing that that Reese has been swallowed, Bronia is going to cast Guiding Bolt at 3rd level, hoping to like aim up so it kind of goes down again,
Okay.
like maybe it goes onto its back area. So let's get my D20 ready. Does a 14 hit?
14 misses.
And
You have Bardic Inspiration.
Inspiration, yes, Bard,
So-
and I have inspiration as well.
You do.
So I'm gonna use my Bardic Inspiration.
Okay, so that's a D6.
So 18 altogether.
18
So
hits.
plus 4. Cool. Okay, so 66s.
That's a lot. 60.
Love to see it.
So 6, 11.
Hit the 20.
Come on.
Wait, let me count. 2, 4, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18.
18 points.
But, and then as my bonus action, I'm going to use the archer.
Okay.
Oh, my hands be shaking. My hands be shaking. I'm going to use my inspiration because I rolled shit there. Does a 23 hit?
Yes, I believe it does.
Oh. It's happening.
Okay.
It's happening.
Okay, 1d8 plus 4.
Come on.
That would be a 6.
6 points of damage.
That should be over 20 now, shouldn't it?
Con save.
That makes its con save. Does have a 20
save.
con. Natural 18. So it succeeds its con save.
Okay.
So he holds onto Reese for now.
You
Well, we'll see.
motherfucker!
We'll see what happens.
Spit my friend out, you bastard!
That's what she said.
Hey-o.
So that brings us back to the top of the round. Reese! At
Okay.
the top of your turn, you start to feel your fur and your skin burning around you. You take 7 points of acid damage.
Reese is down.
Oh, shit.
That's yeah. No, 7 was exactly what I had left.
Pat, you said this was going to be a wholesome campfire session.
I did. So, unseen to the rest of the group, Reese falls unconscious.
Why are you going after the cleric?
What do you ever do to you?
Because he's a cleric and he's
Because
dumb. and it's
the
fine.
cleric ran in first.
It's fine. As he goes down, he'll say, "Let me out, you foul lips!" And he'll just go.
Oh, baby boy.
Okay. Wes.
Cool. Fuck. So, bonus action, I'm going to consume my other potion of swiftness, which will give me an additional plus 10 to my speed. I am going to use that full speed, which I think is, I don't know what it's tiny. Half of what your original size is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's 20 feet. Wow. Am I at range of the fish at that point? Like, am I 5 feet away from the fish at that point?
I'll allow it. Yeah.
Oh, you're the best. Cool. Hey, you let my people go. And if I can, I want to cast Spiderweb on myself.
Okay.
And what that will do, because I'm a tiny boy, Till the spell ends, one willing creature you touch gains the ability to move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings while leaving its hands free. You also get a climbing speed equal to your walking speed. So it's going to be a climb, but next turn I'm going after Reese.
Okay. Duly
Very
noted.
cool.
Is that everything? Okay. Connell.
Connell just witnessing Reese getting swallowed. He's gonna kind of like rush around the fish's mouth, and he's just like, "Who gave you the fuck permission to eat my friend?" And he's gonna grab the fish by the lips and use giant's bite to use the momentum of his growing to wedge up in the mouth.
Ooh.
Okay. So, I guess unarmed strike. I'll give you advantage with the giant's might.
Cool. 12 plus 8, 30, 20.
Dirty 20 hits. So
So it's no damage on that. It's just
not with this
me.
particular thing, but you do manage to pull its jaws wide open, and you look inside, and you can just see the faintest tufts of hair inside.
I'm going to use my second attack to headbutt its tooth.
That made me cringe. Yeah. Roll an arm strike.
That's a 14, so plus 8. That hits.
Hits.
Rad.
Make him toothless.
That is. That's 2 points of bludgeoning damage as I chip his tooth.
As Connell, you pull your head back, you now have a tooth stuck in your head.
Did you get a haircut?
There's plenty more where that came from.
You've got a new stalactite.
Connell's gonna just quickly command everyone. Guys, Reese ain't looking so hot in there. Get him on there as quick as you can. As he's holding the fish's mouth open.
Okay. This brings us to the fish's turn.
You know what to do.
It takes 9 points of fire damage.
9 points of fire damage.
9.
9. And the save for mines. Natural 19. So it saves again.
Half again.
Half again.
So that is.
It's still
14.
damage.
Half of 17, but that'll be 8 then?
8.
I mean, going down? Yeah?
That's still massive damage, man. That's great.
Yeah.
You all watch as the latest damage from this moonbeam hits, and from this fire that Connell has summoned onto it. You see it wrench, and then all of a sudden, Connell, you are covered in bile as Reese is ejected from this fish and flops onto the floor unconscious. But he is no longer swallowed, so that's cool, I guess.
Am I still holding the fish's mouth open?
You are, so it's going to try to bite you with its action.
It can fucking try.
Don't try and swallow you now.
It can fucking try.
24 to hit.
No, it doesn't. It does.
Okay.
But I'm the one that's supposed
also
to take
blinded,
damage, not the cleric.
Huh?
Isn't it blinded?
It is, and it rolled a disadvantage already. Well, it's still got a 24.
Oh.
John doesn't get disadvantage because I knocked out one of its teeth.
You take 11 points of piercing damage.
This is when I really wish that I had the Wild Brew Molotovs already.
And Connell, you are grappled. Because it no longer has a... it no longer has Reese, so it can target someone else.
I've got it right where I want it. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure. That brings us to Frike.
Oi. Okay. Pretty short rest.
Take it for a short rest, yeah.
Alright. Love to see those key points. Alright. New plan. She's going to take out her battle axe and go for the head while she's on top of it. So it's pretty much just standing and then bringing it down to the mighty swing.
Go for it.
It's 11, but I do get an extra attack. Trying the same thing again.
Go for it.
The 17.
17 hits.
Okay. And now that I've hit it, one sec. Okay. I'm going to key point and stunning strike. Give me a con save.
That is... That's a 14.
It was 1 over.
So close.
I didn't roll damage though, so let me... Okay, 8 slashing.
8 slashing. Okay, it's looking pretty rough at this point.
That was my action. Okay, holding the axe up. She'll just talk to it again.
Okay.
Trying to scare it. She's trying to scare it. Give up now, and we won't fillet you for breakfast.
Make an intimidation check.
And we're very hungry.
Fucking 10. I have inspiration though. I'm gonna re-roll it.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh my god, it's the fucking 8.
Oh.
Okay, fine. That's my turn.
He doesn't even respond to you. So, Rhódania, back to you.
Hi. I'm gonna guiding bolt this bitch again. Hopefully getting it this time. Does a 18 hit.
18 hits.
Yay!
Okay. So that'll be 2, 10, 16 points of radiant damage.
Woo!
Very
Nice.
And then I'm going to cast as my bonus action Healing Word on Reese.
Okay.
Okay, and that's going to be at 2nd level.
Okay, go ahead and roll those hit dice. Oh, hit points.
Oh shit! Cunt.
Is that the healing word?
Yeah.
That is the healing word.
That is 6 points.
Okay. So,
Oh no, it's not. It's not 6 points. It's 7 points. Sorry.
Oh, well, that changes everything. Okay, so... Rhys, what do you think was going through your mind as you began to lose consciousness in the bowels of this fish? Such a interesting thing. Usually cats are catching fish. To be caught by one. A bitter taste of irony.
I don't think much would have changed from the words that Rhys was working to get out as he was in the belly of the fish. Calling it a foul-lipped something or other, who knows?
I think as you begin to lose consciousness, everything starts to go white, and you see a hand reaching out for you. A very familiar sleeve. The goddess of the moon reaches forward for you. And you feel warmth coming from this hand. And as you put yours out to extend, you hear this muffled voice in the distance. She's calling to you. You shit cunt. Shit cunt! As you come to consciousness, as Rhódania brings you back into the fray.
That's forever a hurling word now. Shit cunt.
Yep.
Shit, cunt.
New word?
I knew you'd get me.
I got your back, pal.
So it's your turn.
Oh, and it's my turn.
I was about to make you a death save, but you got saved.
I was like, oh gosh, who do I play if it's not Rhys? Okay. I think I'll still be in a prone position. Like, I'll just sit up and I'll guiding bolt.
Okay.
But I will point the sword at it and guiding bolt through the sword.
Yeah.
Sick.
Hells yeah.
My spells. I have spell slots available still. I will do it at 3rd level.
3rd level.
I would do it.
Let's go.
It's just a flat roll. With that advantage or disadvantage.
No, it would be at advantage at the moment.
Come on. Belay this fish.
But I thought you said belay this fish.
Belay the fish.
Belay that fish.
Belay the fish.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
66. $17 points of radiant damage.
17 points of damage. Rhys.
Dead? JC Sushi?
With 16 hit points, please tell us how this goes down.
Still absolutely covered in bile and kind of trying not to think about that. Still thinking about Rhys's paw, him reaching out to the goddess and the goddess kind of reaching through this white mist as he passed out. Rhys would like to think that he, for a glimpse of a moment, grabbed hands with the goddess, and that's what powered the guiding bolt. And in doing so, it was a brilliant white, and a little bit thicker than the laser beam that he's used to doing. And it just threw the mouth all the way down to the tail of the fish and out the other side.
Nice.
Much like the triumphant end of an anime battle. Well, I'll put it this way. You now have dinner sorted for tonight, as it's cooked inside and out.
Banging.
Fuck yeah.
Breakfast.
Reese falls asleep again. Leaves the cooking to you guys.
Oh, Fronia's going to take a long rest as well. She's going to cuddle up with Reese, eh?
Well, he's covered in bile.
Oh yeah, that's gross.
Wait,
I would have
did Reese go down
prestidigitation on
again?
yourself first.
Connell's dragging like the giant catfish monster with like the fiery chain on his sword, and he's just like, looks like I caught the biggest fish guy.
That you did.
Hey.
Such a catch.
Wait, Reese went down again? Hold on. I'll do exactly what Rhódania did. Yell profanities at him until he wakes up. And with a healing word, wake the fuck up, samurai!
No, it's shit cunt. Get it right.
Oh,
That's the
sorry.
proper word to use. Shit cunt. Should we do it together?
Yes, okay.
1, 2, 3.
Shit cunt. Reese, that's 7 points of healing.
7 points of healing. Okay, in turn, Reese like twats at you, but stays down.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Just mockery.
Connell's actually going to drag a good majority of like the giant fish over to Wes, especially the tooth that he has on his head, and he's just going to pull it off and toss it to him, and it just says,
Oh.
"Can you make something out of this?"
Wes is so small, you probably just splatter him with the fish.
He's gonna like toss it to the side. He knows he can't like hold it at this stage.
Earthquake, then.
Earthquake.
No.
Sure. I can do that. I guess. Give me a few minutes and see if I don't screw this up. How much fish do we have left?
Well, we've got all those teeth that. So yeah, I could have up more if you want. He leans down closer to like your ear width, and he's just like, "Hey, I think these teeth would make a pretty cool set of like sharp gauntlets for Frey."
Oh. Okay. So that way Miss Fright can take a bite out of our enemies. Okay, I like that. I'll see what I can do.
Connell gives you like a soft finger to the back as opposed to a pat.
Duly noted.
Okay, so you begin to fashion a colossal catfish necklace.
I could probably do it with mending, right? If I just kind of mend something together, or should I just make something fresh off the bat? Because I have another thing I can do for that.
I will leave it to your creativity and flair to make that decision.
Cool. Perfect. Here's what I'll do then. I'm gonna drop the infusion on the pistol. It will just turn to a normal pistol. I will then infuse this necklace. And I will make it a... What do I want to make it? What can I make it? Oh, ooh. Okay, cool. I'm going to fashion this necklace. Gonna make it full of teeth. It's gonna be an enhanced defense necklace, so it'll give you a +1 to your AC.
That's cool.
Nice.
Miss Frike, I'm really sorry I can't give this to you like properly. I'm kind of small.
Oh.
Here you go. This is from the birthday boy.
Right. Oh, so it's a necklace?
Yeah, I know it looks kind of weird. Kind of looks like a jaw with all the teeth there, but yeah, no, it's so if you wear it, it should give you a little extra protection in battle.
Oh. Okay. And I'm sorry. What does it do again?
+1 AC.
Ooh, amazing.
Is this the first magic item that was created by our party?
She'll put it on.
You feel emboldened and slightly fishy.
Oh yeah, does it like smell like fish?
Did you clean it before you made it, Wes?
I'd say I'd clean it. Yeah, but we don't do a sloppy job. We clean this fish.
Mhm.
We clean these teeth.
Well, thank you, and I guess I'll have to find some way to thank Connell. She'll wander over to the rest of the group. And all of that implies.
Hey guys, I thought, seeing as it's a very special person's birthday and we almost died, shall we celebrate with my new line of Wyld Brew Champers? We can have it with some fish.
Oh boy.
Campaign and fish. Okay. Do you want to just pop it and like she could like take a bottle and try to pop it and do the champagne spray?
Well, I was gonna say like I can use my scimitar just go.
Saber it open. We're sabering wild brew, guys.
Okay, so you're all having some wild brew champers?
Yeah, she'll not sip from the bottle, but like pour it a little bit so it kind of gets on her clothes a little bit. But she'll drink at least some of it that way, I'm sure.
Just squeeze some of it from your shirt.
Living her
Happy birthday, Mr.
Mr. McGinnis thing.
Oh no.
Okay.
Connell's gonna see like Frank wearing the necklace, and kind of like tilt his head and think, I'm pretty sure I asked Wes to make gauntlets to punch things with, but a necklace works too.
Girls like jewelry. It's 101.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
How did Wes
And
hear my
every healer's
thoughts?
best friend.
But their
What's all this whispering?
Got sore throats.
The peanut gallery behind Frike and Connell.
Do we have glasses or anything, or should I just? I mean, she looks like she's actually offering to like pour it in people's mouths if they want.
You can swig it if you want. Just don't no washbacks, whatever you call it.
Yeah. She'll hand the bottle to Connell.
Oh. All right, bottoms up.
Birthday
Cheers.
Okay, so one by one, you all take a sip of the Wyld Brew champers. We're going to do something a little different for this.
Oh.
Are you not having any, Reese?
No. No, I'll
Okay.
take the tea that has been boiling during our fight and pour myself a little cup instead.
All right. In that case.
I mean, if you press the dissertation it, you won't get any of the effects. It'll just be like a non-alcoholic champers.
I don't think I could.
Go on. We'll just
No,
make
I
it a little bit bubbly. It's fine.
Press digitation. It's bubbly.
There you go.
So you're having
I was
some.
meaning the champers, but whatever.
No, I prestidigitation to the T.
Oh, okay.
Bubbly
Okay.
tea.
Cool.
You don't
Cool.
trust
That's
me.
fine. So this is going to be a little different than the normal wild brew. My
Mhm.
roll me a fate dice.
Is that a,
Just
is that a 100?
a straight D100.
Okay. 19.
19. Okay, thank you. So, as the evening draws in, is there anything else you do before you bed down for the night?
Connell, with the bottle of champagne, before taking a second swig, he's gonna turn to everyone as we're gathered around another campfire before we set off. Seeing it is my birthday and I've been nominated, to give a toast. The past, I don't exactly remember how long we've been on the road. It feels like it's been nearly a year. I just want to say, guys, it's been an incredible time. I appreciate the fuck out of every single one of you, especially US. Like, you're a new addition to the squad, and I couldn't ask for a better dickhead from my past to come and give me slight boons every now and then. But you know what? I appreciate you, man. Reese, buddy, we gotta get you some new armor. But until then, I will forever be your shield in combat. Rhódania, you make a hell of a champagne.
Dampers. We're not in Champagne.
And Frike, that necklace matches your skin. It's really beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh. Sorry.
We've got a hell of a journey through the mountains to get ourselves to Zindarg. I don't know what lies ahead, but I just hope that we win this tournament as a team, because I don't think I could do it without my right hand, foot, leg, the entire body of you guys. So let's win this bitch.
Landravamaha.
Slancha.
Cheers. With me.
Real quick.
I'd like to get. Oh.
Afterthought, she'll kind of clap him on the back, but she'll kiss him on the cheek.
Oh.
That's
The
it.
ship is sailing.
So bet as a better maiden voyage than the skyship did.
Connell, I'd like to give you a gift.
Oh.
Okay, I might as well. I mean, it's a birthday, isn't it not? I am going to pull out my pouch of silver dust. It has one last use. And I will sprinkle it in my hand. And I will perform a ceremony for coming of age for Connell.
Aww.
Yeah. My heart.
You can only benefit from the right ones, but you know it's a right. So, Connell, you have been the shield for us, and we appreciate you for doing that. No one has really asked you to do that. You just do it. Rules or not, you are a good guy. A strong fighter. With a whole lot of goals and life ahead of you. And I hope that Reese will kind of touch like where the fish bit him and where like burns a little bit still from the acid. That we get to be there to see you through. And Reese will blow the rest of the silver dust at him and cast ceremony. And for the next 24 hours, whenever the target makes an ability check, you can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to any ability check.
Thank you.
And if the DM says we can speed things along and we arrive at Zundanark, that'll be tomorrow.
I will allow that, absolutely. So we'll say mechanically next session you get that benefit. If that makes it better. Okay. I love ceremony, so I'm very pleased about that. Anything else from anyone?
Yeah. Scuttling over to you and tugging at your pants leg. So, I don't think I ever got you a birthday present. So, I think I'm gonna do one just for you. Now, you're supposed to be in the tournament as this great big hero, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
And what do great big heroes need to succeed?
Ooh, that's a little question. Undying courage, resilient bravery.
Yeah, not the metaphor stuff. Merchandising.
God.
So, I've got a present for
Merchandising.
you. Merchandising. If I got a present for you, it's going to take a little while, but just for you, buddy, I think to get us into the spirit of really cheering you on in this tournament, you deserve an action figure. I'm going to make you an action figure.
Wait, what?
Well,
God.
you're supposed to get something nice at the tournament in Berthy, and you just got a signed poster. That's so stupid. I thought maybe this would be a better present for the best of Berthy.
Man, I appreciate that. Thank you, dude. That's so nice.
I don't know if it'll be ready by the time we get to Zundanark, but it's coming. Scuttle back over to the fire.
Oh my god, Scarlet, yes.
Colonel, I've been working on this for a while, and I was a bit worried it wouldn't fit, but, so you know that thing when you have two sticks, and you have string, and you kind of make things together? I've heard it called knitting or something. But basically, I've made you a hammer cozy, so, it could keep your hammer warm and not so scuffy, as your birthday present. Thankfully it's all finished. I didn't know when your birthday was, but yeah.
And then she's gonna hand over what looks like almost like a giant sock, but there's like a little wrap bit with a button, and the button is like a pebble, so like a really shiny pebble. The colors are like red and like an orangey yellow to kind of go with his tunic that he wears and stuff. And
also there's a little loop at the bottom if you want to add a little charm. Hope
I'm
you
just
like
imagining
it.
I'm just imagining it's like a really fancy golf sock for his hammer.
Kind of. Yeah.
Connell immediately like slides down on the hammer's head, and he's like, "Oh, it's never gonna get
Birthday,
scuffed.
pal.
It's never gonna get scuffed again."
And she just kind of climbs and gives him a big old like kiss on the cheek, like a like.
Here you go. Happy birthday, big man.
You guys are the fucking best.
Me try.
So, with the celebrations dwindling down, the campfire slowly burning to embers, the night draws in, and one by one you curl up around the fire, ready to take on the rest of the journey in the morning. And you all dwindle off one by one into a sound sleep. Deeper for some than others, as today has been a day.
We'll die.
And when morning comes, the sun breaking over the horizon, you all start to one by one wake up and rub your eyes. And something doesn't feel right. Rhódania, you're the first to notice. Your fur's a different colour.
What the fuck? Who
In
died
fact,
me in my
it's-
sleep?
In fact, it's not fur,
Oh no, what is it?
it's skin.
Oh my god! Why am I
Wes,
fleshy?
you wake up feeling really itchy. Wait, you don't have calico fur.
No.
What's going on?
Oh my god!
It's happening.
It's happening!
Henry's didn't drink.
Frike, you wake up and you feel really stiff and like...
Yeah, she does.
And
Yeah, I do.
like your joints are... It feels really difficult to move at first, and like, you are rock solid. And... Connell,
Rhódania's totally not looking down her trousers.
you have a very different figure than what you're accustomed to right now.
Oh.
It's quite cushioned and comfortable, and you all like rub your eyes and then look, and you can see yourselves sat across from you with a bizarre expression on your face, but you hear different voices coming out from each other. Reese, you wake up absolutely fine after a really decent night's sleep, and you look around and just see everyone looking really confused at each other.
Oh, I'm the normal size.
Shaved me. Who shaved me?
No, I can't talk like that, can I? Who shaved me?
No, you still have your voice.
Okay, who shaved me?
Oh. Okay.
No one shaved you, Wes.
You're right there, Pat.
Here.
I'm Rhódania. Wait, what the fuck? Doppelganger?
Wait.
Who the fuck
Hold
are
on.
What's
you?
happening?
Why have you got my body?
I don't remember these.
What are you talking about?
You've always
Fucking
had
tits.
those.
I'm not Frank, I'm Connell.
Yeah, very funny, mommy.
I'm Frike.
No, you're not. You're... What? What the fuck are you laughing at? What's so fucking funny? Oh
I
no.
didn't drink the champagne.
You're You're a bitch.
I'm gonna walk away.
As
get fucked.
as you get up to walk away, you stand up and turn around, and Brim Smallboy is stood there.
Brim.
Excuse me.
I think it must be a freaky kind of Friday.
As he claps his hands together, and you all wake up.
Oh,
Immediately
Are we
checking yourselves. You appear to be okay.
yep, back to normal.
Don't know what was in that champagne, but that was some weird experience.
Let's not talk about it. Okay.
The one time I had.
They're so lifelike.
I mean,
I had quite the dream. Y'all were switched bodies.
I am not looking at Wes in the eyes at all right now.
Frank is looking at Connell.
Oh.
Uppies.
Reese is chuffed. Reese is laughing.
And with that, we're going to bring tonight's session to a close. A couple of things before we finish up and go a raiding. Yes, I did see Connell's inspiration. There is about 1,000 inspirations for Connell today, with it being his birthday. And a player inspiration for the GM. Thank you so much. I will use that next week. Or I may use it on Wednesday, maybe. We'll see what happens. So a couple of things. When we come back, you will be arriving at Zundanarg, where the long-awaited tournament arc will officially begin. Now that won't be next week, unfortunately, as next Monday we are doing our charity one-shot, Sanctuary, the Wildmount prequel. But this tournament arc will be worth waiting for. We do have a post-credit scene, but before we get to that, happy birthday, Pat. You all level up.
Yeah.
Yo!
You wanted a training arc, and you survived that pretty well, so that's a training arc.
Amazing. Thank you.
Mazel tov.
So, we'll talk about that over the next couple of weeks, as we do have a couple of weeks to sort all that out and make that all nice and awesome. But first, a post-credit scene tonight, a little bit different. Bridget, if you'd be so kind.
You bet. So, the music. Turn that down just slightly. There we go. Inside the Viridian Dream Casino, where anything and everything can happen, some things more corrupt than others, we enter into a room located just off of the main gambling hall, where inside I just saw the fangs, a young lady with very long blonde hair stands at the door, looking at the only other person in this room. As she utters the word, "Dad?" A vampire with shoulder-length, unruly blonde hair blanches hearing the word, but Right away, he, in the same instant, he starts shaking his head. He's still listening for the call of his compatriots to bring him back to the mission at hand. So he stands and, holding up a hand, he continues to shake his head as he makes for the exit and says, "No, you must have me confused with someone else." Without another word, he departs. The disappointment on this woman's face is palpable. She moves to sit on the nearest, cleanest couch. With a 1,000-yard stare, she sinks into the furniture. Moments pass until the door opens again. Inside steps a taller man wearing a very distinctly colored suit. It's all black except for the jacket, which is colored silver and matches his hair. Even from a distance, he's got dimples that are visible on both cheeks. He sidles up next to this young woman who is still sitting and staring so forlornly into the middle distance, and places a hand on her shoulder. She doesn't appear to respond to this person's entrance, but he didn't know it was me. He looked like he looked at me like he's never seen me before. This man listens, placing a hand just gently rubbing at her shoulder. This young woman begins to cry. After a few moments of silently consoling her, she murmurs, "Will it be all right in the end?" He tilts his head, thinking for a moment. "We'll see if we can't talk some sense into your old man, doll." End credits theme.
And with that, we bring tonight's session to a close. So if you want to find out what all that's about, well, keep an eye on the social medias and the Discords for when we announce part 2 of Bad and the Beautiful, our foray into Vampire of the Masquerade, our storyteller Bridget guiding us through a very hot tale indeed. I thought I'd give Bridget the post-credit scene tonight because we had such a fun session last night. So, friends, let's go around the table. Please reintroduce yourself, plug anything you've got to plug, and give us your favourite moment from the session. Starting with Rhódania.
Oh, I thought we were starting with Pat this time.
Nah, it's after midnight now. It's not his birthday anymore.
Oh yeah, fuck him.
Yep. Screw that guy.
Yep. Hello everyone, I am Mai, aka Myrit the Pirate. You can find me here on social media as Myrit the Pirate. Wait, I played Rhódania. Hi, sorry, brain fart. I played Rhódania, the Circle Stars Feelings Druid. You can find me on social media as Myrit the Pirate or Myrit Pirate on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. You can also find me here on Wednesday nights in the Wyld Chronicles as Jimothy Brassfangs III, Esquire, my Kitsune rogue bard, a bard rogue. Also every other Saturday on Phoenix Waki's channel as Afdara Ilik Nagoba, the badass barbarian blood hunter bitch. And also, whenever we decide to have part 2 for Vampire the Masquerade, you can find me over there as Evelyn. Let's just say the dominatrix mafia princess with a weird, with an interesting past. You can watch the VOD now. It's up on YouTube, on the QuestJunkies YouTube. So, favorite moment. I mean, aside the fact that we got completely bamboozled by you, Patch, into thinking that we were having a cozy campfire session,
Me?
I very much enjoyed I always love a bit of initiative. I loved it. And our Freaky Friday session.
I know, like, I saw it in the chat, I was like, I can't not do something with that. I've got to do something. So whoever it was that put it in chat, that was for you. Thanks so much. Conor McGinnisy.
Hello everyone, I'm Patrick aka Pattons. Sometimes I draw art, but Monday nights I play Colin McGinnisy, Earth Genasi, Night Fighter, the Shield of Wyld Ones, and occasionally I play Joey Labont on the vampire campaign that Bridge is running. You can find me at Pattons on TikTok, at Pat.Tins on Instagram. Yeah, I just gotta give a big shout out to everybody in the community. Time work for my birthday has been like really sweet, and I appreciate every single fucking body. You guys all. If I could reach out my arms and give you all a hug, I don't think I could because y'all live all over the world. So that's. There you go. That's the best I can do. Okay. Favorite thing of the I gotta say, fucking Fronia's quote when she I don't even know what it was, but she like the candles out for you or something.
The only candles that are being blown out tonight are yours, bitch, or something like
perfection,
that.
Like just the music, the delivery, like you're blown away. And
happy birthday! That's my gift to you, darling.
Beautiful. And Reese's ceremony as well, because I've, despite playing with cleric for like a year and a half, going on 2, I never used ceremony, so it was interesting to finally have that cast.
It's one of my favorite spells.
One of my favorite spells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I've only been the cleric for like a couple of sessions and I've already used it. And I'm planning to use it again.
Oh.
So yeah, it is a fun spell. Thank you so much. Wes.
Hey friends, thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Mike, Grim in Chat. If you can't find me here, you can find me on Phoenix's channel every Wednesday and every other Saturday for Dark of Xerxes, which is our Darkest Timeline campaign. I have been your second favorite smallest boy, Wes, and yes, I must give it up to you. That was absolute fire on the delivery, so kudos to you today. That was my favorite moment of the session.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. Love to see it. Frike.
You're muted,
You
Mommy.
muted, Mommy.
Mommy, no.
What the hell? I thought I was unmuted. Hello, everyone. I have been Bridget, the Frike. Frike, you're Way of the Long Death Shatter Guy monk. Monday nights, you can usually find me here, maybe sometime in the near future, being a storyteller again and leading our fair friends on this vampire journey. We shall see. Definitely favorite moment, besides the Black Widow landing by Wes that no one saw. The first official half kiss, but also just the constant like this, all of this. That was my favorite.
I mean,
you know, I'm not gonna say it. I feel like if I say it, I'm gonna get new shit.
oh, you're a saint and a
Also,
scholar.
the minute I thought there was a body swap happening, I DM'd Pat and asked him to do the Scooby-Doo line of like, I can look at myself naked.
Oh man, we can retroactively fit that in, definitely.
Yeah.
If we ever do like an animated recap, that's going to be in there.
Yes.
Hell yeah. And last but never least, Reese.
Hello there, my friends. I have played Reese tonight, our wonderful College of Whispers Bard and Life Cleric multi-class. You can find me IRL as the Moonkeep, where I play another character named Felix of the Moonkeep, of the Tavern. You can find me pretty much everywhere except Twitter. I'm now even on Facebook. Yay. Yeah, it's weird. I hate Facebook, but like it's doing really well right now. I'm like, ugh, fine. So anyway, yes. Do I have anything to plug? Not really. No.
Next Monday.
Oh yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Next Monday, I will be playing in the Sanctuary, our wonderful game. I'm super excited. I will be playing Finnegan Ardeus of the Fire Ashari. It's gonna be really interesting. I'm really excited for it. No one's seen the art yet, have they?
Oh yeah.
I'm excited for you guys to see the art. Cool. I'm done. And favorite moment was probably Rhódania's one-liner.
Yeah.
One-hit wonder.
What, shit cunt? Or
That one too. I was saying the other one that should have been a vicious mockery, but
she's an undercover bard.
Undercover bard.
Do you know, that makes more sense than it has any right to.
It really does.
Thank you so much. And I've been Patch, your ever humble dungeon master. I've played everyone else. I played a angry, big, colossal fish. And you can find me here and on Phoenix Iwaki in the Chascentis Tyranny campaign every other Friday, in the Dark of Zerixis every other Saturday. You can find me here GMing this wonderful lot on Mondays, GMing the Wildmount crew in the Wildmount Chronicles on Wednesdays, and playing in the Bad and Beautiful on insert date here when we arrange follow-up date. And yes, next Monday we have our charity stream for the World Wildlife Fund, where we'll be doing a prequel one-shot delving into the backstory of one of our Wildmount Chronicles campaign characters, Mercy, in their old adventuring crew as they delve into the depths of the Savalier Wood. But more on that next week. We will be joined by the very fabulous Moonkeep. We have... in fact, have I got the lineup on here? Let me actually show you the fantastic lineup for this. I should have had this preloaded, but I'll do it now. Where are you? Where are you? I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry that I didn't have the lineup already on the OBS.
Mommy. There's a voice inside my head.
There you go. Take a look at that incredible lineup for next Monday. We have Jenna Sequa, Sky McSparkle, Critical Fail DM, Red-Handed Jill 14, also from Critical Fail DM, The Moonkeep, and Chaotic_Megs. A fantastic session raising money for the World Wildlife Fund, helping saving all the adorable little critters all across the world. And you know what? We only have a goal of $500. Like, that's the goal that's been set. I know we can smash that. I know we can absolutely smash that goal to bits. So that is the goal on Monday, my friends. Favorite moment from tonight? It's really difficult, but the healing word made me laugh harder than I have laughed in I don't even know how long. So ever since then, I've just been trying to rack my brains on how I could put that on merch without getting into bother.
I said in chat, I just have a picture of like Weds and Feronia with Reese down, and we're both shouting, but it's all like symbols and stuff in a speech bubble, saying the only healing word.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, we'll make it happen at some point. Yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
I need to make bracelets now, just saying that.
Yes, absolutely. That is the friendship bracelets that we need both in-game and in real life. So, thank you so much. We are going to go raiding our friends over at Bards of New York. Before that, I think let's have another play of the little teaser that we announced earlier tonight, because it seemed to get people very excited. So if you missed it earlier on, you'll get to see now the little project that we announced for 2024. Until then, we will see you on Wednesday for the Wildmount Chronicles. All the love, and it's nearly Wednesday. Good night, guys.
Love you.
Bye. Love you all.
Happy birthday.
The world has changed. The coming of calamity and those who rose up against it. Victory was gained, but at a cost. The lone swordsman lays dormant. The country without rule. A people fractured under the anxiety of what is yet to come. But within these fractured lands is something thought lost to time, but not lost, merely patiently waiting. And now, with no champions left standing, there will be no will other than mine. Renounce your petty gods and worship me, for I am Majora. You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you?